General Hospital spoilers reveal that the tension surrounding Josslyn's crime is increasingly spiraling out of control. She is not only haunted by what she has done, but she is also surrounded by the growing threat of being exposed as Anna and Jordan continue their investigation. Each day that passes, Josslyn feels more trapped in an inescapable snare. Fear, guilt, and uncertainty push her into an extreme state of stress. Despite Carly and Brennan's best efforts to protect her, they can't control all the fast-moving variables around them. However, the biggest concern is not just Josslyn, it's Brennan. He is not only focused on covering up her crime, but he is also dealing with his own obsessions. Brennan has become too deep in this dangerous game and is starting to feel the pressure as things spiral out of his control. He understands that if Anna and Jordan uncover the truth, he will not only lose Carly, but he could lose everything. The secrets he is desperately trying to bury are at risk of being exposed, and this is driving him into an intense state of anxiety. Carly can feel the change in Brennan. He is no longer the confident man who used to have everything under control. There are moments when he shows impatience, becomes easily agitated, and is clearly under pressure from something larger than himself. Carly, though still trusting Brennan, is starting to harbor vague doubts. If he is hiding something beyond the Cyrus murder, what is it? Tension escalates further as Brennan realizes that not only is Josslyn losing control, he is too. She can't sleep, can't think clearly, can't act normally without being consumed by obsession. Her abnormal behavior could attract unwanted attention, and that only makes him more anxious. He begins to realize that if he doesn't get the situation under control soon, everything could fall apart in the worst possible way. But the question remains, how far will Brennan go to protect Josslyn? Is he willing to sacrifice someone to protect himself? And if that happens, will Carly see his true nature before it's too late? The storm is approaching, and when it erupts, no one can predict just how severe the consequences will be. Brennan knows that his time is running out. Cyrus's death has sent shockwaves not only through the criminal forces in Port Charles but also through those trying to cover up the truth. Josslyn may have killed him in self-defense, but that doesn't change the fact that she took a life, and if this truth comes to light, she won't be able to escape the consequences. Brennan, with his cunning and scheming, realizes he can turn this situation to his advantage. He not only has the ability to manipulate the situation, but he can also control Carly in a way no one else can. And this time, he decides to make the boldest move yet. He proposes to Carly. But this is not a romantic proposal like in fairy tales, it's a calculated bargain. Brennan is not the type of man to get down on one knee with a ring and promises of eternal love. He is a player of power games, and he knows how to manipulate people to get what he wants. And this time, what he wants is Carly, a commitment that can't be undone, a tie that binds her to him forever. He understands Carly's greatest weakness is her daughter, and he has no hesitation in exploiting that to achieve his goal. Carly knows that if she refuses, Brennan could withdraw his protection for Josslyn. And if that happens, her daughter could be prosecuted, tried, and convicted. Carly has never let anyone control her, never allowed anyone to force her to do something against her will, but this time, she has something bigger to protect than herself, her daughter. Brennan doesn't need to make direct threats. He simply reminds Carly that he can control the situation, manipulate things to work in his favor. This makes Carly feel cornered, forcing her to face a difficult choice she never anticipated. The tension within Carly builds day by day as she tries to weigh every possibility. She can refuse Brennan, but that means Josslyn could be exposed and face the consequences of what she's done. But if she accepts, it means binding herself to a man she can't fully trust. Carly can't ignore the fact that Brennan is not like Sonny or Jason, the men she once loved. He is dangerous, capable of manipulating situations to his advantage, always having a backup plan in place. She can't predict what he will do next, and that is what scares her the most. But Carly is not the type of woman who's easily manipulated. She knows that if she enters into this relationship, she cannot let Brennan have full control. She has to find a way to turn the tables, to hold on to her position in this game. But the problem is, can she do that without putting Josslyn at risk? Carly knows that if she accepts Brennan's proposal, she will have to step into his world, into his plans, into his power games. But she is unsure whether she can control the situation or if she will ultimately become a pawn in his game. Brennan can promise anything, but Carly knows his promises aren't always reliable. He says he can protect Josslyn, but if one day he no longer needs Carly, will he keep his word? Or will he find a way to throw everything away to protect himself? This is not just a decision about love or marriage, it's a decision about power, survival, and who truly controls the game. Carly feels like she's standing on the edge of a cliff, where any wrong step could lead to disaster. While Carly is battling her inner conflict, Brennan continues to apply pressure. He's not rushing, he knows she won't be able to delay this decision forever. He continues to play psychological games, reminding Carly that time is running out, that Anna and Jordan are getting closer to the truth. Carly understands that she can't avoid this forever, that once Anna and Jordan find the final pieces of the puzzle, they won't hesitate to bring Josslyn to justice. Carly knows she has to make a decision soon. She can't let Josslyn be caught, but she also can't let herself be completely controlled. She needs to find a way to turn the tide, to keep her power without getting caught in Brennan's dangerous web. But time is not on her side. Once Brennan realizes that she is trying to escape his control, will he leave her alone? No matter what path Carly chooses, she knows the consequences won't be easy. Once she steps into Brennan's game, she won't be able to withdraw easily. If she agrees, she will have to find a way to protect herself in a relationship she can't fully trust. If she refuses, she may lose the chance to save Josslyn. This is a decision that could change everything, and whether she likes it or not, this power game will continue, with or without her in it. Brennan knows that Carly is trapped in an impossible choice, and he's using every moment to make her feel more pressure. He knows that the more he makes Carly feel like she has no way out, the easier it will be for him to control her. But Carly is not a woman who gives up easily, and she has her own cards to play. She just needs to figure out how to play this game without letting Brennan take the upper hand. But does she have enough time to do that before it's too late? Brennan is truly making new calculations, and this time, he is not just trying to manipulate the situation but also laying the groundwork for a major change that could upend everything. He knows that time is not on his side, and to control the outcome, he must act before Carly has a chance to strike back. But what he doesn't expect is that Carly is also starting to realize that she is being sucked into an inescapable whirlwind, and that is making her more cautious than ever. Brennan's new schemes are becoming more complicated as he shifts from just trying to maintain power to attempting to make Carly an inseparable part of his plans. He understands that as long as Carly trusts him, he can manipulate her to achieve even greater goals. But Carly is not someone easily manipulated, and she is beginning to feel the increasing pressure weighing down on her. Carly's obsession with ensuring Josslyn's safety has become a vulnerability that Brennan is exploiting to the fullest. He uses that fear to make her dependent on him, to make her believe that only he can protect Josslyn from the dangers lurking ahead. But this only makes Carly more suspicious. She knows Brennan is dangerous, a man with his own hidden motives, and trusting him could be her biggest mistake. The tension between Carly and Brennan intensifies as she realizes that he not only wants to control the situation but also to control her. He becomes more overt in his moves, using pressuring words in situations where Carly has no choice but to comply with him. But Carly is not one to be easily cornered, and she knows she must find a way out of this situation before it's too late. While Brennan tries to control everything, Carly is also planning her own moves. She knows that if she continues to let him manipulate her, she will lose her freedom and the ability to protect herself and those she loves. But escaping from Brennan is not easy. He is someone who can turn the tables in the blink of an eye, and if she's not careful, she could become the next pawn in his game. The tension between Carly and Brennan is not just about who controls the situation but also about who will win this battle of wits. Both are clever players, but only one can gain the upper hand. Will Carly find a way to free herself before Brennan completely controls her? Or will she be trapped in his web, becoming part of a plan she can't escape from? The battle between Carly and Brennan is no longer a simple game. It is a contest between two powerful forces, and only one can stand tall when it ends. Carly may have been led before, but she won't let that happen again. And when she decides to strike back, Brennan may have to face a truth he never expected, that Carly is not an easy piece to control, but a real and formidable opponent. Liz and Lucky have finally discovered the truth, and immediately, the repercussions of it begin to spread across Port Charles. The story they uncover is not just a hidden secret, but a ticking time bomb that could destroy everyone involved. Liz increasingly realizes that what she is holding is not just part of the truth but the key to a series of dangerous events that no one can control. This puts her in an extreme state of tension, especially as those around her begin to suspect that some hidden force is trying to manipulate everything in ways no one could predict. While Liz tries to dig deeper into the secrets she and Lucky have uncovered, everything around her starts to collapse. The evidence they hold not only threatens Brennan but also other powerful people who are quietly controlling everything from the shadows. Liz's discovery puts her in a more dangerous position than ever before, forcing her to act before things spiral out of control. She realizes she can't remain silent, but she also can't make herself an easy target. Lucky, though strong and experienced in facing danger, never anticipated that they had entered a fight where their opponent was not just Brennan, but a much larger criminal network than they had ever imagined. The more they investigate, the more he realizes that everything is connected to a larger conspiracy, where Brennan is not the only mastermind, and there are others behind the scenes pulling the strings. This puts Lucky in the position of not only being Liz's protector but also the only one who can help her turn the tables. Brennan realizes that if Liz and Lucky continue their investigation, everything he has worked so hard to build will be at risk of collapsing. This forces him to act immediately. He knows that if he can't control the situation, everything could turn into an uncontrollable disaster. Brennan is not someone easily defeated, and he quickly devises a new plan to deal with Liz and Lucky before they can expose the truth. He doesn't hesitate to use extreme measures to ensure his secret is not revealed. As Brennan tries to control the damage, Liz realizes she cannot trust anyone, even those she once considered allies. Those she thought would protect her might have been manipulated, and this sends her into a state of total confusion. She must figure out how to protect herself, but also how to protect the truth she has uncovered. The tension between Liz and Brennan grows as both sides know that just one wrong move could turn everything into an irreversible battle. Brennan doesn't want Liz to survive with what she knows, but Liz won't let him win easily. She decides that rather than run away, she will find a way to bring the truth to light, even if it means facing dangers she never imagined. Meanwhile, Lucky knows he can't let Liz fight alone. He knows that without his help, Liz might not have a chance to escape this situation. But standing up to Brennan is not an easy decision. Brennan is not only cunning but also has enough power to silence anyone if he wants to. Lucky knows they are playing a dangerous game, and one wrong move could cost them everything. The battle between Liz, Lucky, and Brennan is no longer a simple struggle between good and evil but a survival fight where only the strongest can win. But who will be the ultimate victor? Will Liz be able to expose the secret Brennan has tried so hard to hide? Or will she become the next victim in a system she cannot fight against? And can Lucky protect Liz, or will he be pulled into this dangerous web as well? Port Charles is about to witness one of the most intense confrontations ever, and as the truth gradually comes to light, no one can predict how severe the consequences will be.